Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of Survivor 46, Episode 4 recap. I will say the most interesting part of this episode was the fucking 30 seconds I just had to sit through to go on air.
I'm sorry. There was something way more entertaining at the very beginning of the episode.
Guess what? Allison missed it. Someone took a shit and Allison missed it.
Well, that's not quite what happened.
What happened?
That's what Jeff thought happened.
So
tell me.
When Tim jumps onto the little platform to try to get the key in the reward challenge, he flips the whole thing over, and Jeff goes, "Tim took a huge dump."
I was
like,
flipped
it over.
I was like, did I hear that correctly? And then like a minute later, Beth messages us. She's like, did Jeff literally just say that Tim took a huge dump?
He said Tim took a huge dump and flipped it over, but there was way too much of a pause. And even if he was saying Tim took a huge dump and flipped it over, that by itself is still fucking weird.
What was the actual dump? Is like what I don't understand. Like he was in the water. So like, where is a dump unless he didn't actually take a dump?
He was saying that he was saying that he like you know how like if you dump something or whatever, like he I think he meant to say he like dumped himself onto the platform, which is still a weird thing to say. Or maybe he meant to say dunk, but he absolutely said dump.
And you know, I'm in the chat and I'm so dumb. I'm thinking Timmy took a dump during the show and it flushed and we heard it. And I'm like, oh, what?
Okay, anyway. All the way from Fiji.
Yes, from Fiji. No, you're Tim. I thought Tim shit during our interview with Kim and I missed it. And I am like a shit radar detector. How do I miss the shit?
I know, right? We were so excited for this moment for you, Allison.
Listen, I just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Listen, we got Kylan in the chat. My mother's in the chat. Hello, Mother. I love you so much, too. Thank you. This show's brought to you by Percocet because I'm in pain because I had the nose procedure and the cast came off today. And I didn't realize that when the cast came off, that's when the real pain was going to begin. And like making faces right now like this hurts. Like I flared my nostrils earlier and I thought I was going to need to leave the house on a stretcher.
Oh my God, Allison, I hear you. When I swallowed a piece of mac and cheese that had a little bit of breadcrumb on it. And when I tell you, I thought that I needed to have surgery again over a breadcrumb. Like it's amazing when your body is healing, how little things you never thought could be horrible.
I have been on cloud 9. I've been good. My mom's been taking care. I've been handling this like a champ. The swelling started on Sunday and then the bottom just started falling out. I started itching like, you know, you can't itch under a cast and it's on your nose. And I've slapped myself in my sleep twice in the nose and I thought I was going to need to call 911s. And it was terrible. And now it's like the cast is off. Oh, and it's going to be moving around and setting for the next 48 hours. So my doctor said I have to stay home for 48 hours.
How's that going?
I'm in hell and it hasn't even started yet. I've got projects I have made because when I wear my glasses for the next 6 weeks, I have to put gauze over here with medical tape just to wear my regular glasses. But when I'm not wearing my glasses, I have to wear, I can't wear my readers and rest them on my nose. So I took my broken readers and look at this. I have made
Tyler, the ASMR typing sounds.
Sorry.
I've made opera glasses with my broken.
I love.
Your transformation to old lady is now complete.
No, you have to have the little beaded thing that holds
Yes.
half of
Yeah.
You shamed me for that in New Orleans. I was
did?
shamed.
I did?
No, Tyler shamed me.
Okay, I was just gonna say it doesn't sound like something I do.
He said you
No,
look really old.
That's like, I'm a perfect person, actually. So like, I could never imagine myself saying that.
would never.
He said you look like a grandma.
Well, you are a grandma now.
Yeah, but I don't want to look like a grandma.
Can I say that if you look like a grandma in my hometown, that is a compliment because all the grandmas are 30.
There you go.
Well, I'm in Tennessee.
not even
Most
a
of
joke.
them are 29.
See? I love that Kylan and Samuel are like doing the I can't wait to see how this turns out thing from RuPaul. Allison, can you do that for me, please? I want you to look right past the camera and do this with your opera glasses kind of thing. Just go, I can't wait to see how this turns out, and kind of do a little shoulder shimmy.
Shit, I should have done it the other way. Like, God damn it. What am I saying?
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Lovely. Oh,
Wow.
fantastic.
That was iconic. So Survivor 46. Another amazing episode tonight.
No, another 90 minutes wasted on bullshit we didn't need to see. I didn't need to see Q training Bono, whatever his name. I can't get his name right because I'm Southern and I can't pronounce shit right.
Bonu's right.
Bono. So it's like, why did we have to see that whole segment? And why do we have to go to tribal council? And they didn't even vote. And the last time I checked, if we're not voting and we're leaving, we're not getting our snuffed stuff.
Well, he wasn't quitting. There's have been times where they don't even need to go to the voting booth because everybody just says, I'm going to vote for this person. And they're instead of go through the ritual and waste time, like they did that with Jeff Varner, and that was necessary. But they've done that. They've done it at least one other time in the modern era, and I can't remember. But it's not a quit. Banu literally couldn't do anything. He didn't have a vote, and he couldn't play a shot in the dark.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know, like it felt very like, all right, like let's like I'm ready, like I'm happy that the Banu chapter is done and we can like move on to like new storyline. Like,
the most interesting shit going on right now.
You really are on Percocet because that is not true.
I felt so bad for him. Dude was on his knees begging.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it out there.
I didn't think that was cute.
That's not cute. That was mental illness.
It was
that was
sad.
mental illness. That was should not have passed the psych exam for me.
Everything about him should not pass the psych exam.
Well, I mean, like I felt like this was
coming
taking
from
advantage of mental illness for entertainment.
It is.
Not. It was not. That wasn't
totally
cute.
agree. Like Beth, I totally.
That's what made me sad.
Like when Banu was like pointing up at the sky instead of like pointing to what's her face like right next to him. Like I was just like, I don't think that this man is like okay in the head right now.
He's not.
And it's this weird mix of like religion, like totally driving this man to the point of insanity, trying to find purpose on a reality television show at the end of the day, you know, like like nothing he was saying was no longer grounded in reality. And it just seemed a little like, it was funny at first when they were doing like the cuckoo crazy music and Q's like trying to like teach him how to play Survivor. But then like after the immunity challenge, like he just went nuts, and it wasn't.
I would even say that last week was when he started really like starting to show it's not that it's not passionate or like you can't show that you're like extremely disappointed or whatever. Like that's not what we're saying. There's an element here that is very much what Tyler's saying. Like it's not even faith-based. Like if you you know, if he were really like, I don't know, it was really weird. It did not come across as entertaining to me. And it really crossed the line to like, I genuinely think that he thinks that life is literally over if he's not on Survivor.
Yeah.
Like very like delusionally so, not like, oh, my life is over figuratively. I think he literally like had this moment of like, then like
Yeah,
let's be
yes.
like, you know?
Like it almost felt like he was starting to believe that like him not achieving success in Survivor is going to be the reason why everything else in his life from here on moving forward goes wrong, you know? Um it was just like, I don't know, like it all felt icky, it all felt gross, and that's why I'm saying like I'm glad that he's gone. I'm glad that this like weird ass tribe can like hopefully be like decimated next week, or like a swap or like something, because like I it doesn't feel fun. This tribe decimation does not feel fun like it did for like the Tika 3 with like Carson, Carolyn, and Jam Jam, you know?
Right.
It didn't feel fun like Shan and Ricard like doing their own thing against like their flop tribe as well. You know what I mean? Like there's flavors of this that are fun and like based in like good entertainment, good strategy, good characters, but like I don't know if it's just like the combination of all of these people together that is just producing something that just smells a little iffy, tastes a little icky, you know? And I'm just so like ready to move on from it. And I had been for weeks, like since the Jess vote. So hopefully now that Banu is out, like I'm ready for this season to get going, because I feel like it's all centered around this with like little sprinkles of like, you know, what's her name? Like Maria, like we got a little bit of her backstory tonight. We got a little bit of Tepin like thinking that like Soda might be like his next target. Like we got little sprinkles of like good things, but like I feel like with this tribe losing like every single challenge, like it always comes back to them, and it always comes back to like this shit. And I'm so ready to move on from it because it's really anchoring down the season, and I feel like I don't know the other characters at all this season. They feel like strangers to me with like 3 people I don't really care for that I know, you know?
Yeah. I think that I think the other thing is that this cast is really weird in that it's all very gray and nuanced. It's not black, white, you like them, you don't like them. It's like, I like Venus, but I also get very annoyed with how Venus talks to people who are trying to work with her, because it's like she can't not be dry, sarcastic, like what do you like, patronizing in a conversation.
Yeah.
Right. I like Soda, but I also can't stand, like I would be so annoyed by her, and like
Yeah.
I'm a singer and I would be annoyed by her, you know?
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. I like
Allison's rolling her eyes. It's so
No, like I love Venus, but like, did she get lash extensions
probably
before she went? Because there's no effing way that those things are looking that good unless they were professionally done.
she probably got the extensions. Yeah. I'll tell you what. What?
Is that like a thing? Like, I don't know anything about this. Like, can you get them like permanently?
It's
extended?
not permanent. No, you can't get them permanently. Like my sister-in-law Mary has done it, and it's awesome. And like I really want to do it, and it's not expensive.
Okay.
And but it only lasts like 6 weeks.
Oh.
But you have to like be careful. You can't like be doing crazy shit like on Survivor and think you're gonna look normal. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's the thing too, is like the I didn't even think about that. That makes sense. Yeah, they oftentimes what they'll do is they'll have like a good lift to them. So like take my eyelashes, for example. What you can't see is that I actually have really long eyelashes, but they're straight and I can't get them to curl. But if I got them to come up like a little bit, like, sorry, this is weird. I'm just...
No, you're good. I just like, I even as like a wedding and portrait photographer, I never really notice people's eyelashes, good or bad.
So like the lenses, they would look more like this if I got
Yeah.
them like, and it wouldn't even need. Sometimes they do extensions, and sometimes they do like
Yeah.
like a almost like temporary curl. Like they could do that for a little bit too, or
Yeah.
they put like falsies on. And I'm surprised you don't know about eyelashes because of weddings.
Well, I've seen like fake ones that like
Yeah,
girlies
okay.
bring with them to like getting ready, but like I never noticed people's
Did
eyelashes.
you say girlies?
Yes, it's like my new
Girlies.
term to like, I don't know.
That was so gay. I loved it.
Thanks.
That was I always make fun of Tyler and say that he's the straightest gay guy I know, as like you know, that's problematic, but we know. But
Oh, no, no, no,
girlies
because
was funny.
what's gonna happen is the next time we're together, I'm bringing makeup and I'm doing Tyler's face. He's got a
I
beautiful
would do that.
face. We have
Oh, thank you.
matching noses. We're
You did
twins.
get the Tyler. Yep.
Yes, I got the Tyler, and we're gonna glam it up.
I feel like you got a mixture of Tyler and me.
I feel like I am your child.
Yes.
Allison is our love child.
Oh my
Allison is
God,
our
we have to
love
change it. Look,
Her
hold on.
nose
Even though she's
child.
older than both of us.
He's our nose child.
Wait, I need to be in the middle.
It's the story of a lovely lady. So you have I have like more roundedness here. And like he has more angular in here. But your nostrils are the same.
At least I can still do this. Well, you know, now that we're getting into these, my new burgundy glitter readers.
Are you supposed to be doing that?
No, but I had to show off my new readers because y'all don't understand. Did I tell you I have to wear gauze tape and medical tape when I wear my regular glasses? But I've got these cute readers that I can't wear for 6 weeks.
That's a long time.
Well, just think about how great they'll look and be on a on a healed nose.
Do you know what is going to be so much fun? Is when I get my real little ones like this and they come on a necklace and we'll be talking and all of a sudden I'll be like, on my necklace, and it'll be like the beaded thing.
I can't wait to be yelled at for telling you that you're doing old people things.
I'm a gosh damn grandma. What do you expect?
I have to sit back so I'm at the same level as you guys headwise because I was here and I felt lower. So I'm up here now. What a great podcast. We're so good at this.
Look,
I'm sorry, y'all. Like, there's nothing really to talk about. Like, should we talk about Mariah not jumping?
Okay, Mariah jumping. First of all, did she get her lip waxed? I asked that in the chat. I felt bad because I think she's like sunburnt. What the heck?
Hello. I touched a button. Okay.
I think she must have gotten sunburnt or something here on her lip, but it was like Mariah. She was all red right here, and so in the chat with us, I was like, "Did she get her upper lip waxed while on the show?"
Which one's Mariah?
The one who can't jump. We had a whole segment on her trying to learn how to jump today.
I apologize. That's when my medicine kicked in, and I think I missed a lot.
That's a good time for your medicine.
I'm not gonna lie, Allison. I think you should watch that High as Hell because I think that is the only reason why somebody could make it make sense as to why it should be in the episode.
I'm just stuck on Bono missing the crate. Like everyone else
he looked at it, yes, and then he just jumped in the water.
He's like, "Oh, screw it! I'm just gonna duck." No. And Jeff was like, "You missed the crate. You got to go back."
I love that the editing was like, "We're gonna have Jeff yelling, and it sounds like he's underwater." Like that's.
You know what they should have done? They should have had him go back down there and click the buoys back and then go back, nothing would help, and have him do it all over again. That would be fairs.
Did you guys also catch Charlie shouting Taylor Swift?
Oh,
as he
God,
jumped off
yes.
the
I was like,
platform?
okay, if all the people
too
that
much.
Tyler has compared himself to in Survivor and in Big Brother history, the fact that you didn't compare yourself to Charlie is so funny to me now.
Oh yeah. I just like I think that this guy's like too like self-aware of like the TV show of it all, and like he's trying to make that his like shtick or whatever.
Taylor
Um,
Swift.
He's
Taylor
trying to
Swift.
he's not trying to get Sia money after this. He's trying to get Taylor Swift
money.
money.
Which is smart because Taylor
Taylor
Swift
has a
of
lot more money.
Yeah,
She's a fucking
she
billionaire.
could give him the private jet that she rides everywhere all over
That's
the world.
right. Oh, good.
Let's see. I'm looking at my notes. It's like they get 10 fish. Tim takes a huge dump. Tepin knows how. Oh, this is a nice moment. Tepin, like, we saw that, like, he learned how to. What's the proper like
scale and gut? Yep.
From his dad, and he didn't
that
get
was
to one
bad.
last time before he passed away. But I just thought that was a sweet like moment for him. Do we think that this whole like Tepin targeting Soda thing is gonna actually happen, or do we, I don't know, like it actually okay, I do want to talk about this for a moment. So of course, like we thought that like Tepin and Soda were like pretty close up until this point, but I gotta give props to Hunter here. Like I feel like this is all his like missed over Tepin, if that makes any sense, because we saw them like bonding.
Tevin. I don't know.
Tevin?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I heard Tepin like 4 times, and I was like, I actually think at this point I gotta.
No, please correct me.
I'm sorry.
But no, I just think it's a good sign of like how great of a job that Hunter is doing. Like I think that he's like really socially like ahead of the pack on his tribe, like physically, of course, as well. And yeah, I don't know. I was just surprised to see Tevin like ready to jump ship over to Hunter instead of Soda. Interesting.
I think it's because Soda is so overt about how she's socializing and gaming with other people.
Yeah.
And Hunter comes across as a loyal partner who, even if he is talking with other people, you're not nervous. And Soda's energy would make people nervous. And I say that being very cognizant of, I'm not trying to make a microaggression about the energy of a Black woman, because I know that a lot of times Black people, if they're energetic, it comes across as like scary or fearful. And that's, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the strategic and social energy of that can be scary if you're trying to work with somebody and you don't fully have trust. And so I think Tevin is realizing, ooh, I fully don't have trust. And Hunter was smart enough to realize, ooh, this is actually playing really well into what I was hoping, which is that I could be Tevin's number 1.
Yeah.
Aww.
I love you, mommy.
That's a good comment.
That's my mommy.
Anything else before we hop off of here?
I
did. Sorry, I asked that, and then I'm gonna. Oh, thank you. Is that your one thing, Allison?
I just really like they wasted so much time teaching Banu and stuff, and I thought that was sad. And then he asks that redheaded bitch, I can't remember her name, Mackenzie.
Kenzie. Yep.
Kenzie. Sorry, she's not a bitch. Well, yeah, she was in that moment. And if I was a bitch in that moment, call me a bitch. But like, you know, she didn't have to be so rude to him. And he walked off and he was so upset, and it made me upset.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see where she was overly rude. I think she literally was like, I'm trying to tell you, like, I want to relax. Like, and she said it multiple times, increasingly like trying to put her foot down a little bit more.
It's empty.
But thank you.
Yeah, I've kind of been in that situation where I have felt like the loser and the cast out, and you know, people are trying to help me, and then there's always that one person in the group that's like, why do I have to help you? Like, you figure it out yourself and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, how the fuck did you get on Survivor? And I mean, but you don't know what you're going to do until you get there. You think you got it all figured out, and then you finally get there and it just blows up in your face. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you think you're going to be one player, but like, be honest, like, out of this cast only, who do you think what player best represents who you would be?
Yeah.
Who?
Me? I don't know. I feel like it's still too early. I guess like Charlie would be the best comparison for me. But I don't know. Like I said, Allison, like I feel like I don't know the other two tribes, and I don't see Q or Kenzie or I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name of the third gal in the purple tribe.
Tiff.
Tiff, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see myself in anybody this season so far. What about you, Beth?
I mean, I kind of feel like I would be a mixture of my competitiveness and everything. Like, I don't think I would be maybe as necessarily as outgoing with my if I was upset, but I think that Tiff is very similar to how I approach competition. But I think that Mariah represents the self-doubts that I have. So if you could put them together, it would create like an
That's an
anxious
interesting blend of two people.
I know, an anxious person, and then throw in like the social ability of someone like Kenzie or something like that. Like I'm kind of like a pot. Kenzie is a Leo, I will say that. So
That doesn't surprise me
I
whatsoever.
see that. Yeah, I know. I've been looking. She has all those tattoos, and if you're a Leo and you have tattoos, there's got to be a Leo tattoo somewhere in there. Like everyone always says, we're the sign to most likely get our tattoo of our sign or some kind of
Interesting.
that. So I've been looking and see. There's got to
Is
be.
that
something.
true?
But it's a stereotype. But people always say like, oh, it's Leos are the ones that always get a tattoo of their sign or something on them. And I'm not going to lie.
I believe that.
If I were to get a tattoo, I've long said I would do something with Leo.
Well, I'm a Pisces, and I ain't getting a fish tattooed anywhere on me.
What about a constellation or like the symbol of Pisces?
I don't like them.
That's
I
fine.
don't like the Scorpio one either. Like the it's like the M with like the arrow like at the end of it. I don't know.
I love mine. Mine's a little sperm. It's a circle with like a little thing. Well, this is the constellation for Leo behind me.
There you
But
go.
it's imagine this is a circle here, and then it's just like a tail that goes up and curls like this. I always call it the sperm. But it's like a cute
You're like
sperm.
we're the cute sperm sign.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do, Allison?
Okay, see, I've got my Cloud tattoo for my grandson Cloud. Well, I've kind of like been torn about what I want to do with my grandson Archie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a C for Cloud and his birth date, and I'm going to put A for Archie and his birth date. So it kind of fits in together.
That's cute.
Here's what, okay, hear me out. You should do that regardless. What if you made a rainbow arch into some of the clouds and it's an archy, like arch?
Like an Archie rainbow?
Yeah, onto the clouds. And then you have your two grandsons connected through the names and the clouds. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Or like
Allison's too high for this. She's gonna go to the tattoo parlor and be like,
"Hi,
give me a rainbow sleeve with the word arch."
And it's gonna be like, no, that's not at all what Beth was saying.
No, I was gonna say I don't know who I would be from this cast. Who do you think I would be?
I think you'd be Venus. Because I think you're a mixture of Venus and I'm trying to I think Tim. Like I think like there's like Tim comes across as like All right, guys, here's what the task at
The
hand
guy
is.
who took a shit.
Yeah.
That's like I could see you being the one that took a dump in the ocean.
Flipped it over.
I could also see you being Jem, because you are totally the person that would find a clue and then plant it in the wrong location, knowing it says dig here to find the clue, and making everybody dig in the dirt and getting stung by these.
I'm telling you,
ants.
I'm telling you, I'm so certain after 4 episodes, Jem is going to the end. She's definitely in the final 3.
Okay.
I'm calling it.
Locking it in?
I'm locking it in. I am telling you, she had an incredible first episode, and now it's her like masterminding her entire tribe while also coming across as like a perfectly loyal, like friendly person. Incredible.
Where did she move the box? Did she find it last week?
She found the box, but you can't but she didn't. There wouldn't be a clue to find the key to open the box until after they lose immunity.
But where did she put the box? Did she put it back?
Where she found it, but then she moved the clue to a new location and made them all dig in a place that it's not there. The box isn't. So she's the only one who knows where the box is, and she's convinced her entire tribe.
So goddamn.
Do you know the TikTok trend that's like them explaining like a really complicated board game, and then they're like, but then you need 3 tokens in order to activate the Talisman of Power. Oh, but you can't use the Talisman of Power until you get 5 red rupees from the tradesperson, like something like that. Like that's what this all reminded me of, because it's just so damn complicated.
But it was also funny.
And Allison's face.
Allison's just too high. It's also funny because it's like this episode aired not even an hour ago, and Allison might as well have been like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm just like, I'm upset. I missed Tim taking a dump, and because I'm obsessed with shit, we all know it, and it's just fun to talk about. And then Bono freaking out on his knees, begging people, getting trained by Q, and we didn't even when they got to tribal council, I didn't even get Jeff asking freaking Bono the questions so he could say, yeah, we're vibing.
Well, that doesn't make sense when they go to tribal as the 4 of them. They were practicing for when they're merged.
See, I can't keep up tonight.
That's what we're saying.
I'm sorry, guys. I just had surgery, and
You're doing great.
We're not missing anything here.
Allison,
I'm sorry.
You should. There's nothing to apologize for. We're laughing with you, not at you, and we're absolutely saying that. Hi, Tim. That
you didn't take a dump earlier.
Well, he didn't take a dump like Tim. Tim takes a huge dump and flips it over.
That was so weird.
That was so uncalled for, Jeff. That was so uncalled for. I can't wait. I'm literally gonna clip that, and I want us to, like, if we ever can in StreamYard, can we add like GIFs or sound clips? Because I want the sound clip, the soundboard of Tim takes a huge dump.
So I think like for the background music, like we could use that as a soundboard, I think.
I want Tim takes a huge dump to be a sound.
Added to the soundboard.
Tim takes a big dump, and then you have me going, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, just real quick on the draft, Beth lost her first person today.
About time. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I think this is something we should start doing every week. When we lose someone, let's revisit why the person was chosen. Why, Beth, did you feel the need to pick Bono?
Because I felt like out of the 4 or wait, how many? Wait, 1, 2, 3. For the 6 that were left, when I chose him, I felt like he was the best chance as somebody who emigrated and had kind of built himself up and works as a software analyst and that kind of thing. And I wasn't as impressed with the other 5 people. And having watched them for a few weeks, I'm still not impressed with the other 5 people. So I'm going to be honest. I think this was in line with where I was thinking.
Which one's Tim?
Tim is Tyler's first choice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think he's long for this world. Did you notice today that what's his name? Ben? He had a huge tattoo cover on his chest for the challenge.
Yeah, what was that? I thought maybe his skin was peeling off.
It was definitely covering a tattoo because I saw like I think it's like a Grim Reaper with like a scythe or something because the cover wasn't covering like the top of the scythe, like you could see it a little bit. So maybe it's like too violent, or I don't know.
Sometimes if there's any sort of brand illusion, even if it's not the actual brand, or like franchise kind of stuff. So like if somebody had like a Harry Potter tattoo, for example, I think they're more likely to cover that up so it's not intellectual property infringement.
I always worry about that with my tattoos because they're from a trademark as well.
But they've been covering more tattoos in the 30s and 40s than they did beforehand. And so I wouldn't be shocked if like it's pretty much anything besides I guess we're seeing all of Kenzie's tattoos. We saw all of Carolyn's tattoos and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's got to be something that's just infringes on intellectual property.
I need to know if anyone can let me know what kind of shorts Kenzie is wearing. There's no
J. Crew one?
There's no camel toe. I need those shorts.
All right, what you're going to do is go to jcrew.
Yeah.
.com.
www/jcrew.coms and look up anti-camel toe boy shorts.
Yes.
You should just tweet right at her and be like, "Where'd you get those? I need
anti-camel toe shorts."
Because that's like a big deal.
I'm sorry that you suffer from camel toe so much.
Every day, millions of women are affected by camel toe. If you would like to donate,
underwear, it's not the pants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. It's like a double wedge. It's up your and up your.
Well, the shorts are definitely more uncomfortable because it's like you have the seam and you're like, what's happening here?
What is why? Like I can't.
I didn't ask for a. I won't say that. Okay, we should end the show.
Thank you.
Sometimes I'll be walking sometimes I'll be walking with Chris in Target and I'm doing this walk where I'm like moving around and he's like, "What are you doing?" I go, "I got a uni-wedge." What do you want me to just pull it out of both ends?
That's it. Okay, 2 things. Women get uni-wedges or have like the fart bubbles that get trapped. You know what I mean? Yep. And then men have like their balls sticking to their legs. And so if anybody's ever kind of does that one step where just like you kind of do this with your leg, I always assume for guys, they're unsticking their balls. And for women, we're either moving a fart bubble out or we're trying to adjust so that the entirety of our like vagina and butt is not just like eating our underwear.
A couple of years ago, I was wearing these low-cut tight jeans and they look good. Yeah. They look good, okay. But they were a little low and they were a little tight in the booty in the back. And I had to add a fart. And it was a bubble fart. And when the bubble came up the crack, it went like it made a high-pitched squeaking noise. It was that tight of a space that it had to break free from. Thank you for watching my weekly meltdown tonight. Please subscribe. We're on Spotify and Apple's stuff. Is it Apple still?
Yes. Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to end the stream now. We love you. We'll see you next week. Hopefully something on the show actually happens next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yay!